Do you remember when breaking 2 hours felt like an impossible dream? Well, that dream is now history. What happened at the 2026 London Marathon wasn't just a race. It was an earthquake that completely reshaped the ranking of the fastest men ever. Legends like Kipchoge and Bekele have been pushed down by a new generation of superhumans, running at paces that defy logic. Today we're going through the new top 10 fastest men in marathon history. Lace up your shoes, because today the pace is record-breaking. We begin our journey at the very edge of human effort. Times that once defined legends are now barely enough to enter the top 10. We open the list with Benson Kipruto, a runner of astonishing consistency. His victory in Tokyo 2024 didn't just give him a course record. It proved that the global marathon level had reached a new standard. Benson isn't just a fast runner. He's a collector of wins. He's the only man in history to win all 3 U.S. majors: Boston, Chicago, and New York, where in 2025 he delivered the closest finish ever, winning by just 0.03 of a second. He's also an Olympic bronze medalist and the man who dethroned Kipchoge in Tokyo 2024. And his consistency is frightening. Just weeks ago, he was back on the Boston podium, running faster than the old course record. At number 9, we have this year's biggest surprise, John Korir. He flew over the Boston Hills just weeks ago. Not only did he become the first brother of a champion to win there, he did the unthinkable in Boston 2026. He defended his title and shattered the course record by over a minute, finishing in 2 hours, 1 minute and 52 seconds. Without a doubt, he's one of the most informed runners of the past year, alongside the top 3. At number 8, Sisay Lemma of Ethiopia. His 2023 performance in Valencia warned us what was coming. Valencia confirmed itself as one of the fastest courses in the world alongside Berlin and London. But his story is even more remarkable. An athlete who began running barefoot due to lack of resources, and in 2024 redeemed himself by winning the brutal Boston Marathon with a solo break from the first kilometer. One of the bravest runners on the circuit. At number 7, one of the greatest legends in athletics, Kenenisa Bekele. The man who conquered track and cross-country almost completed his perfect career in Berlin 2019, missing the world record by just 2 seconds. Even today, his 2 hours, 1 minute and 41 seconds remains one of the toughest marks ever to beat. And despite his age, he's still competing against athletes half his age. Just outside the top 5, we find Amos Kipruto. In any other year, his London performance would have made headlines worldwide. But in the race that rewrote history, he could only finish 4th. With 2 hours, 1 minute and 39 seconds, he would have been a world record holder just a couple of years ago. Yet in this year's London, it only earned him 4th place. After overcoming an injury that nearly ended his career, this disciple of Kipchoge has proven that his engine is ready to attack the podium at any moment. He already showed it in Chicago 2025, finishing 2nd behind Kiplimo. At number 5, the man who changed everything, Eliud Kipchoge. With his 2 hours, 1 minute and 9 seconds in Berlin 2022, he proved humans could sustain inhuman paces. Even if he now sits 5th, let's be clear. Without his mindset, no human is limited. The marathon wouldn't be where it is today. With 2 Olympic gold medals and 11 major marathon wins, Kipchoge isn't just a runner. He's the architect of the modern marathon. At number 4, we pause for a moment to remember a meteor who changed everything, Kelvin Kiptum. At just 23 years old, in Chicago 2023, he ran 2 hours and 35 seconds, smashing Kipchoge's record and shocking the world. His style was unique. He didn't wait. He attacked mid-race and became unreachable. Kiptum didn't just race the clock, he raced the system itself. Though we lost him too soon, his Chicago performance lit the fuse for the revolution we're witnessing today. Without Kelvin, the 2-hour barrier would still stand. Now we enter the podium. At number 3, the man who broke the Kenya and Ethiopia duopoly, Kiplimo. At the historic London Marathon 2026, Kiplimo showed why he owns the half-marathon world record, 57 minutes and 30 seconds. With a time of 2 hours and 28 seconds, he crushed previous marathon standards and became the third fastest man in history. He was the one who launched the decisive move at kilometer 30, forcing everyone else into unknown territory. Kiplimo is no longer the future. He is Uganda's present. At number 2, a story straight out of science fiction, Yomif Kejelcha. The Ethiopian chose the biggest stage, London 2026, for his marathon debut. The result? 1 hour 59 minutes and 41 seconds. Kejelcha became the second man in history to break 2 hours and set the fastest debut ever. He was the only one who could stay with the winner's brutal pace until the final kilometer. For Yomif, the 2-hour barrier wasn't a wall. It was just the entrance to his new life as a marathoner. And finally, the throne. The man who stopped time, Sabastian Sawe. On April 26, 2026, the sports world stood still as this 31-year-old Kenyan crossed the finish line in 1 hour 59 minutes and 30 seconds. This wasn't a controlled experiment in a lab. This was an official race, under pressure, against the best in the world. With a negative split, Sawe didn't just break a record. He erased a mental barrier for all humanity. Today, Sabastian Sawe is officially the fastest human ever to run 42.195 kilometers. But what's most terrifying about Sawe isn't just his time. It's his mindset. Since his debut at the marathon distance, he hasn't lost. For marathons, for victories, Valencia, Berlin, and 2 Londons. In just 2 years, he went from promising debutant to undefeated champion who shattered the world record. For races, for wins, and a permanent place in history as the first official sub-2-hour marathoner. The story of the marathon has been rewritten before our eyes. What was once science fiction is now the new standard. We're no longer asking who will break 2 hours. We're asking, who can beat Sabastian Sawe? The future is unwritten and full of surprises. But now I want your opinion. With new technology, new shoes, and these inhuman paces, do you think the 1 hour 59 minutes and 30 seconds record will last? Or are even faster times coming? And one more question. Is Sawe already the greatest of all time, even above Kipchoge? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the new top 10, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any athletics analysis. See you in the next video. I'll be waiting.